Hey Frank, AD in practice today, how did he look? You said he told us he went through the full practice, and I guess the plan's still for about 15 minutes with him?
Yeah, as long as he feels good in the morning. I mean, that's the biggest factor. Is not we want to make sure he looked good on the court today, which he did. But it's really how he responds to the increased workload. And if he has significant soreness, then we're prepared to wait another game. But hopefully he feels well tomorrow and is able to go. And if he does, yes, we'll be on a 15-minute restriction.
Would you start him?
I would.
I know. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, Frank. Obviously, since AD's been out, you guys have changed the roster a bunch, and especially with Andre. What do you kind of see in practice? What's the fit, and do those guys obviously having some relationship with USA Basketball? Is there sort of a natural working relationship that they have when they're on the court together?
Yeah, I mean, I think that stuff takes time. It's going to happen mostly in games for us, unfortunately, and there's going to be some speed bumps along the way. We expect that, but I think having a little bit of a relationship with USA Basketball and AD playing with Dwight and JaVale last year in our system will make him very familiar to Drum's role, Andre's role, and obviously Andre will have to get used to playing alongside AD in our system. But it's just one of those things going to take time. But you got two great players that we'll figure it out on the fly.
no.
Frank, now that you've gotten kind of the ball rolling on AD and it's a positive step for your group, do you have a date or a game that you're targeting to add LeBron back into the mix?
We do not. Still indefinite, and we'll keep you posted.
Melissa?
Hey Frank, AD was telling us how close it felt as though his Achilles was actually ripping. Is this going to be an injury that you guys and he's just going to have to monitor like forevermore? Is this just something that you guys are going to have to keep close tabs on throughout his career from here on forth?
Yeah, I mean, always going to keep a close eye on it. It's really a question for the medical team. They're obviously, have gone through every step to make sure he is fully recovered and able to play. And obviously, any kind of soreness or signs from that part of the body, they'll handle with great care. But that's going to be on their side.
Dave?
So we've talked about silver linings, Frank. Well, you've been missing both those guys, but Anthony hasn't played a game all season without LeBron next to him. Is there any silver lining in this ramp up of him being, once he gets through these minute restriction games, kind of him being the clear-cut number one guy for your team?
Yeah, for sure. Because even when Bron comes back, he doesn't play 48 minutes. We got to win the minutes when he's out, and this is this has been an area that's has been hit or miss for us the last 2 years. Is performing when Bron's out. So these extended minutes should be a silver lining in helping us be better in those stretches.
Mark?
Hey Frank, I don't know if this is too tough to answer at this point, but what's your sense of how many games he'll go through on a minutes restriction? And the larger question, what's your expectation of what the process will be for how long it'll take for AD to shed his rust and get back to how he was playing before his injury?
Yeah, I mean, I think it takes multiple games. Usually, honestly, if you're out for this long, it usually takes a couple weeks. To be honest, to really feel like you have your legs under you, and you're in rhythm, and your rhythm and timing is back, as well as working in new teammates. So it's going to take some time. And as far as the minutes restriction, it's just really going to be evaluated on a game-to-game basis based on how he feels. But it doesn't feel like it's going to be too many games where he's on a restriction.
Last one, back to Dan.
Hey Frank, I want to ask you, you had said that after restrictions were lifted for COVID, that the team would get a chance to, I'm sorry, for the vaccination and stuff, that the team would get a chance to do that. Do you have any sense of what percentage of your group has gotten the vaccine? Or have you guys gotten to that threshold where you're able to eat on planes and stuff like that?
Well, I can say we're not at the 85%, but I don't really want to comment any further on what percent of our guys have been vaccinated, but I don't believe we're near the 85%. Which is that's a number that applies to your whole group, not just your players in uniform.
It's your it's like
Travel
staff
party,
and
tier one, yeah.
everything.